Is Hong Kong the expat paradise everyone claims it to be? Here are the honest truths after 1 year of living here. No filters, no sugar coating. In this video, I will break down everything you need to know. Cost of living, culture shocks, food, and the real challenges of being an expat in Hong Kong. I will share the good, the bad, and the unexpected so you can decide if Hong Kong is the right place for you. As an Egyptian who lived in Turkey for 10 years and now in Hong Kong for my PhD, I will give you a unique perspective on what it's really like to live here. And I will share everything I wish I knew before moving to Hong Kong. Spoiler alert, it's not all skyscrapers and dim sum. Let's dive in. So, why move on? Well, I got accepted into PhD programs in the US, Canada, and Hong Kong, and I chose it here. Why? First, the PhD salary here is actually decent compared to other countries. Second, my school, Hong Kong Polytechnic University, is ranked 14th in the world for architecture and design. And third, I've always been fascinated by Chinese and Hong Kong culture. Coming from Egypt and Turkey, where cultures are pretty close, Hong Kong was a whole new world. It is this fascinating bridge between East and West, where ancient temples sit next to futuristic skyscrapers and streets are alive with colors, language, and energy. It's chaotic, it's vibrant, and it's honestly one of the most unique places I have ever seen. But is it all rainbows and dim sum? Let's talk about the reality of living here, starting with the cost of living.
It's not a liquid!
Let's get real. Hong Kong is expensive. Rent alone can cost you an arm and a leg. For example, a tiny apartment near the city center can easily set you back 2,000, 3,000 USD per month. But if you're willing to live further out like I do, you can find most affordable options, maybe 1,000 per month or less, depending on many factors, as I will discuss in a future video. Food can be cheap if you stick to local eateries. Think 5 USD per meal. But if you, like me, need vegetarian or halal options, it's a bit more challenging. Thankfully, the government is starting to cater more to Muslims, so it's going to be better for me at least. Speaking of food, let's talk about the culinary scene, because it's a big part of the life here. As a Muslim, finding halal food in Hong Kong was a challenge at first, but over time I discovered some gems, like the Islamic canteen where I tried halal dim sum for the first time, and let me say, it's not for everyone, but I loved it. On the other hand, my non-Muslim friends though are obsessed with the local cuisine, from roast goose to noodles and other stuff, and honestly, the variety here is insane. So whether you are into street food or fine dining, there's something for everyone. But food isn't the only thing that makes Hong Kong unique. Let's talk about the culture and how it's different from anything I've ever experienced before. Hong Kong is this incredible blend of East and West. On one hand, you've got ancient traditions like temples and festivals, and on the other, you've got this fast-paced modern lifestyle. Coming from Egypt and Turkey where life is more laid back, it took me a while to adjust to the hustle and bustle here. But once I did, I started to appreciate the energy and efficiency of this city. But what about the language barrier? English is pretty common in Hong Kong, so you don't need to learn Cantonese to survive. But as someone who loves immersing myself in the culture, I decided to take Cantonese classes. Ngoi, Imsai Ha He, Jo San.
我有 learn Chinese.
再看一切，对，私人联排公司。
什么？
私人联排公司。
私人安排公司？
Yes, private security.
私人安保公司，不是此人安排公司。私人安保公司。
私人安保公司。私人安保公司。
You speak English?
Well, let's just say it's not that easy. I've only picked up a few words so far, but I'm determined to keep learning. One thing that is definitely easy to navigate though is the transportation system. Let me show you why it's one of the best in the world. Hong Kong's public transportation is a model for the world. The MTR is fast, efficient, and affordable. Getting across the city costs just a couple of dollars. Plus, there are buses, trams, and even ferries to explore the islands. It is so convenient that I barely feel the need for a car. And trust me, coming from cities where traffic is a nightmare, this is a game changer. And let's talk about work-life balance because it's a big deal. Especially for PhD students like me. Honestly, it is tough. PhDs are actually hard no matter where you are, but here in Hong Kong, the pace is insane and intense. But I'm not complaining. I'm learning so much and I'm grateful for my amazing supervisor. Shout out to her. She has been a huge support in helping me to grow as a scholar. That said, the work culture here can be demanding. Let's dive into that next. Hong Kong is known for its fast-paced, hustle-driven work culture. People here are hardworking and efficient, which can be inspiring but also exhausting. I have had to learn how to manage my time better and set boundaries. It's a skill that I'm still mastering, but it's definitely making me more resilient. But what about social life? Is it easy to make friends as an expat? Making friends as an expat in Hong Kong isn't the easiest, but it's definitely possible. I've met some amazing Egyptian and Turkish friends here, mostly through events and exhibitions, but I will be honest, I haven't had many opportunities to make local friends yet. Hopefully, this YouTube channel will help me connect with like-minded people in the community. One thing that has made my life here easier though is how safe and clean the city is. Hong Kong is incredibly safe. I've never felt uncomfortable walking around at night, even in less crowded areas. And the cleanliness, it's spotless apparently. But what about healthcare? Is it efficient as the rest of the city? Let's find out. Healthcare in Hong Kong is a mixed bag. Government hospitals are affordable, but the wait times can be insane. For example, I have asthma and my appointment was scheduled for 2 years later. Yeah, I'm not waiting that long. Private hospitals are faster but expensive. A lot of people here are now going to Shenzhen for affordable healthcare. I haven't tried it myself, but it seems like an interesting option. And let's switch gears and talk about something more positive, the natural beauty of Hong Kong. One of the best things about Hong Kong is its stunning nature. You've got hiking trails with breathtaking views, beautiful beaches, and even hidden islands to explore. It is the perfect escape from the city's hustle and bustle, and the best part? Most of these spots are easily accessible by public transport. Let's talk about the challenge and about the not so great parts of living here. Living in Hong Kong isn't without its challenges, like the cost of living. Hong Kong is famous for its sky-high rent. I remember walking into my first apartment here and thinking, wait, is this the whole thing? And yeah, it was. Tiny spaces are just a way of life here, and you learn to get creative with storage fast. And on the other hand, the pace of life can be overwhelming. Hong Kong doesn't believe in slow. Here's one big thing. I have never faced discrimination or racism as an Egyptian, Arab, and Muslim, and this is actually one of the reasons I chose Hong Kong over some other countries. First thing I learned is resilience. Hong Kong moves fast and it doesn't always wait for you to catch up, but when you do, you realize just how capable you are. Let me give some tips for new expats. After 1 year in Hong Kong, here is what I know. This city is not for the faint of heart. It's challenging, unpredictable, and at times overwhelming, but it's also vibrant, inspiring, and absolutely unforgettable. And by the way, don't believe in the headlines. Hong Kong is very much alive, and it has a lot of opportunities. If you're willing to embrace change, this city will surprise you in the best ways. And if you're thinking about moving to Hong Kong, Here's my advice: budget wisely because it's an expensive city. Be open to living further out to save on rent, and also try to join events and meetups to make new friends. And don't forget to explore the nature because it's one of the best parts here. So, would I recommend Hong Kong? Absolutely. Although it might not be for everyone, because it's a city of contrast challenges, but it's also a city of endless opportunities. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This will help me a lot as I'm starting my channel. And let me know in the comments, if you aren't already here in Hong Kong, would you move? And if you're here, how do you find living in Hong Kong? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.